Alrighty guys, today we are going to plant some privet. Alrighty guys, welcome back and thanks again for joining me on this one. We're going to do a little something different on this one, guys. We're going to pretend we're gardeners because gardening is fun and I enjoy doing it. I'm not much of a gardener, if at all, but I do like, you know, planting some things around the house and around the aviaries to keep them, you know, looking good, get some greenery to the landscape and to the scenery. But on this one, guys, we're going to plant some privet. There's this plant right here. Now, my dear mother-in-law, she, you know, picked some up from her property, and she gave me some, not cuttings, but, you know, they have the root balls on them, or root system, right there. Got just enough of the root that I can transplant them. So we're gonna have a little fun with that. Now, she said this is a good privacy shrub or tree. You can trim it to how you want, and yeah, I'm all about that, right? So, and it's pretty hardy, so, you know, and also guys, think privacy, think privet. You know, privet is a plant that you can use for privacy, like a wall, you know? So we're gonna give that a shot. Okay, so while we're out here playing gardener, guys, let me update you on those plants that I planted a while back. I did a couple videos about them, you know, the English ivy and stuff like that, and a couple other plants. So yeah, let's go check those out. Now here's some of the English ivy I planted. Very hardy, and it's alive and well. Don't got to do much to it. I did give it a little bit of fertilizer just right before fall, but yeah, it is alive and well, very healthy and happy. Not growing as fast as I thought it would, but I assume like by next year it'll really take off. And it was about that size right here. This little bunch right here. It's about that size, I don't know, earlier this year, and it has grown this much here. So yeah, I don't know exactly when I planted it. I have to go back and look at that. It wasn't forever ago though. And of course, the flower and plum trees that I planted in front of the aviaries, now they're missing a lot of leaves. Of course, it's fall, but I did notice some deer had come through here, started chewing on the bark, or on these limbs, chewing off the bark, which is bad, because if they chew on that bark all the way around, it's a goner. So yeah, we have to take the necessary precautions to prevent that again. So, hey Silvers, how we doing? And here's my other English ivy. This one right here did not grow hardly any, but it is still very strong and alive. Oh yeah. Oh, never mind. Just so many leaves had grown over, or fell over it. My other flowering plum. Oh, this is the one. This is the one that didn't grow very much here. But yeah, but it is very much alive. Of course, my other flowering plum. And I like this little flowering plant. This is one I just kind of threw in a pot right here. I did take out the bottom of the pot, so that way the root system can go underneath the ground there, but still supported by the pot. Yeah, you know guys, it just gives the aviaries a nicer look. Have some greenery growing around them. And I like it. I like messing around with some plants and stuff. Now this English ivy is going really good. See that, guys? Yeah, and like I said, man, it was like that when I planted them. And by the looks and the feel of them, they're very healthy. Now let me take you over here. There's bamboo. Now I did plant bamboo in between all the aviaries. and one by one they died, except this one. This one is very healthy, it's growing strong. But that's the deal with me and plants, guys. I just plant what I can, and if it survives, it survives, you know. And my other flowering plum. I love these trees, guys. They're very hardy. If you guys aren't very good, or you don't have a green thumb and you want to plant something that'll survive, get you a flowering plum. They're easy. They'll make you look like you know what you're doing. All right, so we have some grass plants here too in the pots, but like I said, I did cut out the bottom of these pots so the root system can grow in the ground. I like the look of the grass here. And of course, on the other corner is my other English ivy. Now, just to refresh your memory on the other English ivy I have that is like has grown in abundance. Check this out. All right, guys. So this English ivy, this is English ivy on steroids. Now, of course, this wasn't very small when I started it, but it was in this big pot right here. It was very thin, and it's been transplanted a few times, and it still made it. But yeah, look how it has taken over. I do like this look on the aviaries. Makes the birds feel safe, like they're under cover. Of course, you got the lattice. Another cool feature. And it's just taken over. Yeah, oh, look at that, guys. It's like a blanket of English ivy. And by no means I'm a gardener, guys. I have some plants that I planted like so long ago, and they're alive, but they ain't doing like well, you know, like when they're alive and they're not thriving. Like these cypress trees, for example. That thing right there, I don't think it's ever grown. Still alive. Now I got 4 of these right here. Right there. But yeah, I was really excited when I planted these. But maybe I'll give them some more fertilizer and maybe they'll take off another year or 2. Now, if you guys want to get a pretty tree, a really nice looking tree, a little bit more pricier than the flowering plum, but it is it's a hardy tree as well. Check this out. Maple. Now this tree right here, I done really well with it. Got this at a yard sale, actually. Really cheap. The base of it I repaired because it was falling apart. The people were just moving and they wanted to get rid of it. I took it, and this is another one of those potting plants, whatever, that I took the bottom out of, and so that way the roots can go into the dirt but still be supported by the base here. So yeah, and it's worked out very well. See, that's one of the things I've learned about gardening, is I can keep them in the pots, just take out the bottom to let the roots grow and get some room. And since I like the flowering plum so much, guys, I went out and got some regular, you know, plum trees that will actually produce some fruit. Now, they're not huge and they're still small, and but yeah, they're still hardy and doing well. That's these guys right here. And I got different species of plum trees, just that way they can fertilize each other. Let's see, there's a elephant heart plum, and who knows what that is. But I noticed the deer had got to this one too, so I got to figure something out with those deer. Usually my dog keeps them at bay, but I don't know, this just happened, so we got to prepare and make the necessary precautions to prevent that. Another plum tree. Now, I know they're kind of thin, but it is fall. A lot of the leaves have fallen off of them by now, but they are doing well too. And of course, another flowering plum. But what's this got to do with pheasants, right? Well, it has everything to do with pheasants and my bird trip, because my aviaries, I like to, you know, plant things back here and make it, you know, easier on the eyes, you know. So, you know, planting some things back here, finding out what works, you know. And also, guys, if you want to know what works in your area, just look at your neighbors. What are they planting? Ask them what they're planting. Ask them what is good for, you know, your area and your soil. So that's what I've done. Live and learn. Some of the things I took a chance on, like for instance, I planted some palm trees here, and yeah, that didn't work out. It was like a slow death with those things, you know. 6 months of just dying, and then pretty soon they were just gone. Okay, now moving on. So where are we gonna put these bad boys? I got a bucket full of them over there, and yeah, we'll have to take a walk and see where we want to put them. Now these trees right here, there's a lot of shade going on. Now these privets like a lot of sun, so I don't think they're gonna do too well if I put them like nestled in between these cedar trees and these plum trees. So we'll take a little walk to see whereabouts they would go. Look good, you know. One of the spots I thought about doing was right here, like connecting these aviaries with these ones right here. Oh cool, you guys get to see the backside of this aviary. I never show this, but maybe along in this area right here, you'll get a lot of sun. You see the sun right there? To tell you the truth, I'm kind of stumped. I don't know where to put them. I have so many plants, you know, so we got to find somewhere to put them. And do I want to put them directly in the ground right now? I don't know. Maybe I'll put them in some pots. Start them off in some pots. Excuse me. Get a good root system going on, and then plant them in the ground. I think that's what I'm going to do, guys. And that way, you know, it's a good idea too. Like, they're in pots, and like I said, the pot's where I want to put them, and if it doesn't appeal to me right there, I can always move the pots. But if I put them in the ground, they're set, you know. So yeah, let's start off in pots. Yeah, that's a good choice. Yeah, I can just move them around, you know. I'm freaking brilliant. I just want to say, guys, that I got the coolest subscribers. I mean, for real. You guys are real as it gets, you know. And I appreciate you guys bird tripping with me, and now we're plant tripping. So yeah, we're having fun. That's what we're having, okay? And one of the things that I like to do, you know, life's too serious. Have fun and enjoy what you're doing, you know, and just, yeah, that's it, man. Hey, to Paul Kalish, I just had a good plan. What do you think? They're kind of snobs. Yeah, look at them. They're like, don't talk to me. So there they are, guys. There's our privet. Let's get them out of this bucket and into their new bucket. Let's see how many we got first. One. There's a wet towel, keep it moist. And I think what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna put topsoil in their planter, mixed in with our soil here, to get them kind of accustomed to our soil. So. How many pots are we gonna need? All right, we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I'm working hard. 9. Oh yeah, let's get busy. All right, guys, a slight change of plans here. I'm going to add some composted goat manure. Now, not just straight goat manure. There is like it's mixed in with dirt and you know, some bedding, you know, some straw and stuff like that. But I figured it'd be pretty good, you know. And I think it's old enough because I seen stuff growing out of it. So I think we're safe. But anyways, so it's gonna be like a 3-part mixture here. We're gonna have, there's the bedding, the goat manure. That's what was cleaned out of their stable there. And this is our regular soil from our ground here to get, you know, help them get used to our area. And then just some topsoil. All right, guys, so I'm out here working hard, asking everybody for help, and the only one who came through was Kevin. Kevin, I really appreciate your help, buddy. Yeah, there's a lot of hard work. Gardening is no joke, man. You know? So when everybody asks for a raise around here, nobody's getting one except for you, Kevin. You're gonna get a Christmas bonus, a raise. You're not gonna get any more girls though. Thelma and Louise wouldn't like that. But thank you, appreciate it, bud. So there they are, folks. They're all in the planters. Well, 7 of them. The other 2 wouldn't fit in the buckets, and I didn't want to struggle with them. So we're just gonna pop those in a hole somewhere. Cross our fingers, hope for the best. I mean, they gotta do good, right? I got my nursery hat on. See that? Brilliant. So just think, when you have that fancy pheasant that you're always bragging about with that fancy name that nobody can pronounce, I got Kevin. So there. Anyways, here is one of the lone privet plants. See the root system there? Now, guys, I don't know if these are going to take off, but we're having fun. We're going to try it. And if you're not having fun, I mean, what's the point of doing it, right? Enjoy what you do, guys. Anyways, that would not fit in a bucket, so let's go put it in a hole somewhere. Okay, so there's one of the privet plants. I found a hole. Well, there was a plant that was there and it died off, so I used the same soft fertile soil. Just stick that baby in there. All right, friends, I'm going to sign off on this one, and I just want to say thank you for joining me on this plant tripping. Not so much bird tripping, you know. Don't say Kevin was tripping. He was working hard. He was helping me. So I just like to say thanks to him. Couldn't do it without him. And yeah, our privet trees are in the pots here. Now, see, I would have drove myself crazy looking for a good spot to put those plants in the ground, you know, all over the yard. So doing it this way, it gives me time. It gives them some good soil to get the root system going on. And yeah, so this is pretty much right here my setup of plants that I have yet to put in the ground permanently. So I still got some ivy over here, some ivy starters. And there's my privet trees that we just planted there. Yeah, so this area right here gets a lot of sun too, so gives them a good start. It's better this way, you know, give them a better chance to take off when I actually put them in the ground. Alrighty now, so I'm gonna get out of here, guys, and for all of you guys, don't forget to grow, have fun, live and learn, and always move ahead. You know, keep that mindset straight, and yeah, don't forget to have fun. If you're not having fun, what's the point? So I'll catch you on the next one. Peace. Kevin loves his new plants. These are his new privet plants. He's very proud of it. He displays for the wheelbarrows. See that? Wheelbarrow, shovel, Kevin. That's right. Kevin displays for the wheelbarrows. When his girls are right there like, Kevin, you are a doofus. Right, Kevin? Dude, don't show me your pretty tail. Are you showing the world? Show your fans. Kevin's got fans. There you go, guys.